Harley-Davidson finally has their 2020 LiveWire motorcycle out, and it's been getting really good reviews. And today, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on the LiveWire and how it holds up to my 2018 Zero SR. Now, it's really hot in my garage. I'm going to get a little sweaty. I apologize. Let's begin. So coming from a past Harley rider and now a Zero SR rider, I've had this for a little over, almost a year now. This subject is very near and dear to my heart. Harleys, I don't have a problem with Harleys. I think they're a great brand, good bikes. But my thoughts on the LiveWire are kind of interesting coming from this. So if you haven't noticed, I've got my wonderful Harley-Davidson t-shirt on, and as soon as it gets sweaty enough, I'm going to change over into my Zero t-shirt. What do I think about the LiveWire? It looks really cool. It looks great. It looks pretty awesome. Everybody's talking about the great components, the great build quality, the level of all the parts that are on it. Amazing. And yeah, my thought is it better than be for the price. So this comparison is going to be a line for line, fact for fact comparison of each bike, and then you can make your own decision. But overall, I think anybody who has a Zero isn't going to switch over to the Harley LiveWire. They're probably going to keep their Zero or upgrade to the new Zero SRF. I have no intention of switching. I want to keep this bike for as long as I can. Hopefully I have this bike for 10 years before I get anything different. But yeah, let's get into it. So with EVs, the question is always the range. How far can they go on the charge before you have to stop for an exorbitantly long time to charge the bikes? Well, for the Harley LiveWire, the bike can go, according to Harley, can go 146 miles in the city riding, that's stop and go, and 95 miles combined. Now, the combined range is based off of 50% sustained highway speeds of 70 miles per hour and 50% stop and go traffic. The Zero SR can go 179 miles in the city and 120 miles on that combined cycle. So again, LiveWire, 146 city, 95 combined, Zero, 179 city, 120 combined. So let's talk power and speed with these bikes. They both have permanent magnet brushless motors. The LiveWire produces 86 foot-pounds of torque, and what is it? And 105, let me double check that. Yep. The LiveWire has 86 foot-pounds of torque and 105 horsepower, whereas the Zero SR has 116 foot-pounds of torque and 70 horsepower. LiveWire probably claims the 0 to 60 time is 3 seconds. With this, Zero does not have any posted 0 to 60 time, but they say it can now accelerate a Porsche 911, and in my tests, it's been 4 seconds or under. So Harley-Davidson 0 to 60, 3 seconds. Zero SR, 0 to 60 in 4 or less seconds. So both very quick bikes. Okay, so now for the fun stuff. All right, let's talk battery, different types of charging, and speed of charge. Okay, in the Zero SR, as you can see, it has a 14.4 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery. If you want to know more info about that, the efficiency of batteries, my thoughts on them and more, check out my other videos. The Harley-Davidson LiveWire has a 15.5 kilowatt-hour battery. Another thing to note on this is that the Zero SR battery in the whole bike is air-cooled, 100% air-cooled, whereas the LiveWire is apparently liquid-cooled. And I'm not sure how that works. I'm not sure if it has a pump or if it's like a passive thing or what. So air-cooled, liquid-cooled with the LiveWire. That might result in better longevity of the battery, don't know. Zero warranties this battery to 240,000 miles, down to 8% of its original capacity. Alright, so that's battery size. Let's go to charging. Now this is an interesting subject with charging. So this motorcycle here It comes standard with a level 1, that's just what I have it plugged into right now. Level 1, 1.3 kilowatt onboard charger, which sits down here below the battery pack. You plug it into a regular wall outlet. I've showed you how to do that before. Real simple, real easy. Yes, it charges very slowly. If you drain the whole thing, I think Zero says it'll charge to 109.8 hours, so overnight. You can get the charge tank, which is an accessory that goes right here where the storage box is. That'll give you level 2 capability. But with level 2, you have to have a level 2 charger installed in your garage, or have access to a level 2 charger. Because if you have a level 2 and you plug like my volt charger into this, it'll still charge level 1 because that's not on a level 2 circuit. If that's confusing, I apologize. Now the Harley-Davidson is interesting. They made an interesting choice. They went with level 1 or level 3 only. There's no option for level 2. Now level 1, kind of the same as this. I wasn't able to find the information on this, but I think the integrated charger on the LiveWire is, I think it's about 1.3 or 1.5 kilowatts, so similar to this. And you're gonna have about the same charge times if you plug it in at home, which is about 9 to 10, 11 hours, whatever Harley-Davidson says. So it's, again, it's overnight. But there's no option for level 2. Excuse me, standard on that bike right now. But they did decide to go with level 3. And I'm gonna give some advantages and disadvantages of that. So level 3 is interesting because, first of all, level 3 DC quick chargers are just very rare. They're very rare except for certain parts of the country. Harley-Davidson is going to install them in every dealer that sells a LiveWire. That's great, but if you know how big our country is and how far spread out dealers are, you're not going to be able to like level 3 charge, ride for 90 to 100 miles, level 3 charge. You're not going to be able to like hop like that. So it's an interesting concept, but I think for electric bikes is such a niche product that the kind of people that are buying these are not planning on taking them on long road trips. So it's cool that it has level 3, but like for me, I would never use it. I mean, like never. I would be much better off with an integrated level 2 charger like the SRFS. Here's a big thing with this bike compared to the LiveWire. And I'm going to check my notes for this. So the LiveWire weighs 549 pounds. The Zero SR weighs 414 pounds. That is a huge difference, especially in the motorcycle world. And that might be one of the reasons for the big difference in range, and that is probably also due to the LiveWire having a bigger battery, liquid cooled, and having level 3 capability. All that is going to affect the weight and the whole balance of the motorcycle. Now this is more of an opinion thing, but the Zero SR, I like how it's balanced. Since this is just kind of an empty storage area, all the weight is down low. Now the LiveWire, people love it. I'm sure it handles great. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it's awesome. But I imagine there's a little bit more weight up top. Just kind of a side note there. So efficiency numbers. There is no information on the LiveWire as far as efficiency goes, but this bike here is rated at 477 miles per gallon E, and I've explained how that works in another video. And 477 miles per gallon E in the city, I just looked at this, and 240 miles per gallon E on the highway. All right, let's talk suspension and brakes. Both bikes have a fully adjustable Showa suspension system. I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty details, but both one of the things Harley-Davidson advertises is the very fully adjustable suspension. The Zero SR has the same thing. I can't talk much on suspension because I'm not an expert, and honestly I haven't messed with it. The bike rides just fine for me, but yeah. So again, like I said, the brakes on the Harley-Davidson LiveWire are Brembos. The brakes on the Zero SR are Bosch J1. The LiveWire has dual front disc brakes. The Zero SR only has single. And my personal opinion on that is it does not matter. The bike stops just fine. Either one is good. The dual just adds more weight and complexity to the bike, but that's just my opinion. So let's talk about some of the just kind of random features that both bikes have. Harley-Davidson LiveWire has the HD Connect. It has a full color, high definition screen. Very customizable. You can do a lot of things with it. The Zero SR is much simpler. It has a simple, I don't even know what you can call it, what kind of screen. It's very simple. You can adjust a few things. You have trip meters, you have watt hour, trip watt hour, instant watt hour, you have temperature, you have RPM, a couple things like that. You have your speed, battery life, your mode, how much power, how much torque, and how much regen you're getting. Those are essentially what you get with the Zero SR. Now with the Harley-Davidson, you do have a actual, I'm speeding out of my depth. With the HE Connect, yeah, you have a lot more features. You have a lot nicer app, but it's also a service that you have to pay a yearly subscription for. It's either yearly or monthly. This bike, there's nothing. You do have an app with this bike. You can change the customability of it. You can change the top max speed. You can change the torque you want. You can change the regen. You can change the regen on the brake. This bike has 3 different riding modes. It has Sport, Max Torque, very little regen. It has economy mode, about 50% of the torque. Apologize for the noise. And max regen braking, and then a custom mode, which you go in the smartphone, and you can customize. Now the Harley-Davidson LiveWire has 7 ride modes. It has 4 pre-programmed modes and 3 customizable modes. And my opinion on that is, unless you're a serious rider, do you need that? No. Is it cool? Yeah. So yeah. So let's talk about driver assist features. The Zero SR comes standard with ABS. That's it. The Harley-Davidson LiveWire has, I think, 4 or 5 different electronic stability control, traction control features. My thought on that is it's cool, but again, unless you're a serious rider, you're not gonna need those things. Just my opinion. But the Harley-Davidson does offer a lot more stability and traction control, and it does come standard with ABS. If you haven't noticed, I got my Zero shirt on. That's awesome. Somebody asked me about that. How do I feel about the lack of traction control? I'm like, it's fine. I've never lost control of this bike. I've never laid the bike down, knock on seat. And again, my feeling is that's to keep you alive if you're driving like a crazy person. If you're driving like an idiot. Otherwise, you don't need it. I've never even engaged in ABS on this bike, so I don't even know if it works. I'm sure it does, but I'm a careful rider, and I don't get myself in bad situations. That's my rant on that. All right, 3 more things, and then we'll wrap this up. All right, we're going to talk about the sound of the bikes, the warranty of the bikes, and storage availability. Harley-Davidson LiveWire, from what I can tell, has 0 storage. This bike here has this whole compartment of storage right here. So, portable camera angle, right? Open this up. That's bottom. That's storage. I've literally picked up groceries in that before. Close that up. So yeah, so storage, Harley-Davidson LiveWire, no storage. A lot of people, that's not a big thing, but for me, that has been an awesome feature. I love it. If every bike I own from now could have that, that'd be great. Warranty, Harley-Davidson LiveWire comes with a 5-year unlimited mile warranty. I don't know if that's for the whole bike or if that's just for the battery and drivetrain. The Zero SR comes with a 2-year complete bike warranty and a 5-year unlimited mile warranty for the power pack, the battery. Let's talk sound now. I have not ridden the Harley-Davidson LiveWire, so I don't know what the sound is like. I've heard mixed things on it. I've heard it sounds artificial. I've heard it sounds really cool. I'm sure it's great. This bike sounds awesome. It sounds like something out of Star Wars, and it's not manufactured. It's not artificial. It's just how the bike sounds. It's just really cool. You're cruising along, and like you just want to like you're kind of like right next to somebody, and you want to pass them, and you goose it. And you just hear like the whine echo off the sound echo off their car as you go by. It's like it's really cool. Okay, so price and availability. 2020 Harley-Davidson LiveWire MSRP is at $29,799. Again, that's $29,799. The 2018 Zero SR and the 2019 is the same price. MSRP is at $16,495. So $29,799 versus $16,495 MSRP. Tag on another $1,000 for shipping fee, dealer fees. Yeah, you get, if you ever bought a brand new anything, you understand. Availability, Harley-Davidson LiveWire, I don't know yet. Maybe you could get it in like California and some dealers on the East Coast, but it's probably going to be 6 months to a year before, let's say, it becomes available in Indiana or Jacksonville, North Carolina. Again, I don't know, just my thoughts. Zero SR, you go on their website, you can find their dealers. They're kind of scattered all over the place like Tesla showrooms are. But you can go in there today, say, hey, I want to buy a brand new Zero SR. They'll say, okay, good to go. We'll order from the factory. They'll have it there in about a week. You'll be able to pick it up. So yeah, that's price and availability. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. I just saw an article about the LiveWire, and it said like you can install a level 3 charger in your home. You can't do that. I've never heard of that. It's not possible. You would need such a huge circuit. I'm not an electrician. I don't know how it works, but you cannot install a level 3 DC fast charger in your home. This camera is extremely hard to selfie. All right, one more rant. People who say the infrastructure is not in place don't know electric vehicles. There's infrastructure everywhere. It's already developed. There's outlets everywhere. See? That's how you charge an electric vehicle. You plug it in. It might take a while, but it works. Alright, I thought it would be fitting to end this video with my overall kind of thoughts and kind of get more into my opinions while I stand by what it takes to charge your electric vehicle. And this little mirror right here. So, my thoughts about the LiveWire. It's really cool. It looks amazing. Is it a bike for everyone? No. Is the Zero SR a bike for everyone? No, not at all. Electric motorcycles are such a niche product. For example, around here in Jacksonville, North Carolina, you will see the occasional Tesla, Model S, Model X, Model 3. I have not seen an electric motorcycle ever, period. Dirt bike, anything. Like this is like, talk about a rare bike in this area. This is like having, I don't know bikes that well. So the LiveWire, I think it's going to, I mean, it's great that they're doing it, Harley's doing it, but it's essentially going to be a toy for the very wealthy, people that already have a motorcycle collection. They can afford to experiment and buy this. I'm looking forward to hearing a review from somebody who actually has bought one, not just these bike guys who do reviews on YouTube for a living. Because of course it's awesome, but who's going to throw down 30 grand for a limited range electric motorcycle? When I bought this bike, like that was a huge financial decision, and I paid cash for it and go into debt, which goes along with my minimalism, not minimalism, save, live simpler, live smarter, live with more money, but that's a whole other subject. And anyway, don't go into debt for a toy. That's the bottom line. So it's cool. It's just too expensive, and I don't see Harley-Davidson making a profit on this. It seems like more of a publicity stunt, and I don't think they'll come out with a more longer-term, lower-priced option. If they do, it's going to be so dumbed down. It's going to be much cheaper components. Then people will start to question the reliability, and it's just going to kind of bottom out. I don't think it's going to work for them like it worked for Tesla, to start with a high-end luxury item and then kind of work your way down to a more affordable version. So, not saying the product isn't great. I'm sure the product itself is amazing. It looks cool. Would I ever buy one? No. I love my bike. I love this bike. And I love the simplicity of the Zero SR compared to something complicated like the SRF. That's a very complicated bike. There's a lot more features. Or the Harley-Davidson LiveWire. Or a lot of bikes you can buy today. So yeah, that's my opinion and my thoughts and the facts of the 2020 Harley-Davidson LiveWire versus the 2018 0SR. And for your own reference, the 2019 0SR, it's pretty much the exact same bike except for it only comes in black option. So yeah, hope you enjoyed USMC Saxoki. Please, if you like my videos, subscribe, like, all that crap everyone always says. Makes me feel good when I get a new subscriber. Yeah, cool. Hope you enjoy. I enjoyed making it. See you next time.